Oh, welcome back, everybody, to House Flipper Series 2. This is episode 109, and we're going to be doing the parents' bedroom today. So, this is our red and yellow and pink and green, orange and purple and blue. I can sing a rainbow house, so there's our red in their bedroom, in their dressing room, yellow in their bathroom, green, red and yellow and pink. There's some pink in here, so we have pink and green, purple and orange, and blue. Well, I think we're going to stick with the lights that we had in the living room. So let's grab those up before we forget exactly where we found them. So we're going to go down to, they're kind of delicate. They're kind of, yeah, supazes. Go into the cream. And we're going to put 2 in here. Do I have a light switch? I haven't decided on the color for the room yet. That is a problem. Purple and orange. Let's see how this goes. I don't know how it's going to work either. You're just going to have to trust me on this, which is really hard to ask you when I'm having trouble trusting myself. Let's see what we've got by way of purple floor color coverings. Right. We do have blue though. Maybe we can make it a blue room. I think we want to have carpet in here. I'm actually thinking, let's go with the light and we'll see. That did not work well for me, did it? All right, here's our blue. Now, what sort? I've not placed those very well at all, have I? No, because I've put that in the corner, in the wrong corner. It needs to go over here. Okay, kind of more like that. Blue. Wait a minute. Do we have birds? Are those birds blue? We could do a feature wall. Let's have a look. I just can't remember if they're panels tiles. They're not tiles, so I think they're panels of some kind maybe, or possibly they're paper. Okay, it's looking very much like their wallpaper. In blue, see? So I'm thinking that, and then I'm thinking of blue paint to offset it, or possibly a panel, if I can get the right. No, the panels will look wrong. So it does have to be paint. It does have to be blue. Gentle Breeze might be the right one. It looks very close. All right. The next thing we need to do is we need to fix these windows. There are way too many of them for a start. Okay. And we need to not forget to put them back in. So I'm thinking we're going to put the bed here, or maybe the bed here. So if we're going to put the bed here, and we'll put the wardrobes there, that sounds like a plan. Okay, so I'm thinking we need some windows. No, we need a bed. That's right. We were looking for furniture. Bedroom. What do you think Mum and Dad would like as part of their bed? Probably something, well, definitely not a single bed. Let's just put that straight out there. Well, it looks kind of pretty, doesn't it? Very blue. Family of multicolored tastes. What's that? Okay, that's a single by the look of it. I want something kind of, a suspended bed. Hmm. Let's have a look at the patterns on this and see what kind of patterns we've got in the blue. Okay, no, that's too dark. All right, maybe not a suspended bed this time, so I can find the right coverlets for it. Let's have a look at the light suspended bed and see. Okay, nope, there's no blue in it. All right, well, it fails. This time it fails. Ooh, an Alex pallet double bed. I don't know if that'd be comfortable. It might. Let's see what it comes in with the bedding. All right, so the cover, there's a blue. No, that's the wrong one. What about this one? Okay, just a plain blue and a light blue. That's definitely a thought. Maybe not yet. Let me have a look at these. Do they want a canopy bed? This is a Knox patent. What do we have in the patterns? Um, we don't have blue though, so not that one. A Knox dark. We do have blue in these. I like that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Maybe not black. What about brown beach? Brown beach is looking pretty. What about cedar? Cedar's too light. Brazil nut. That's not bad either. All right, so we have the light blue carpeting and covering. See, I would think maybe if you went American elm, yeah, no. If you're gonna do dark, you're gonna have the dark bits. So and then you've got your light. Oh, wait a minute, that might work with it with the elm. No, that's still too light. No, no, no. Okay, I can't find something I like in that. It doesn't match the picture in my head. This has got the nice wire. Christian light colored bed. Frame could be cream. The details could be in blue. The primary color. Now, what does that affect? Let me just hit that with black and see what that is. Okay, so that's your primary color. Your secondary color could be gray. No, I like that as white as well. All right, I was hoping that they would be kind of in blue, but you know what? We could do white. Now have a look at the pillows. Do the spare bloom there and do that. I don't really want that, but I like the spare bloom. That kind of works. And the mattress, we leave that in grey. So, I mean, we could do that if they liked it. Let's have a look at that. So that way it'll at least be, oh, okay. Maybe that does fit. Let me just pivot that. They're a romantic couple, do you think? All right. So it's kind of a plain kind of bed. I probably should have done silver as the thing. No, I don't have silver. I've got light though. Okay, that works. All right, so let's just tab that down. So that looks too dark, if that makes sense. So we may have to change our lights to match. So pivot that, bring that out. They can have secret lives and likes. I think that works. And what we'll do is we'll grab our lights and ceiling lamps. And we'll get our Supesa and we'll go white steel for that. And we could just pop that because in a minute, let me just grab this. And what we might do, oh no, we're just going to go decadent. Decadent. I'm going to put one over here. We're going to put one over here. We're going to put one over here. And we're going to grab this thing. And we're going to try and line it up. Oh no, what have I done? There we go. Put that kind of about here. Right, I have not, we've decided on blue and white though, so let us, whoops, my bad. All right, so what I want to do next, okay, we want the windows in next. All right, windows in next. Because what the main idea I had here was I wanted to have narrow windows on either side of the bed. So grab our windows and these nice arched ones, right? So we're 100 by 275, 100 by 200, 150 by 200, 150 by 150. I want to kind of narrow, so let's grab these ones. They can go into the nice light blue, and we'll do the white as an offset, and that fits beautifully just there. Boom. I know. I'm just enjoying playing with all the colors because one thing this particular challenge, if you like, does is makes me think in colors and what the different colors could do. Now let's just center this thing. I am not sleeping in their bed. That's just not on. Right. Now, along this wall, we want something a little different. And I'm thinking we want the sunlight to shine in, maybe. And so we want a long window, like, but not, see, I am half tempted to do a Windsor window, but I'm thinking it's a Windsor. 250 by 150. This is a 300 by 150. So let's have a look at how much space this takes up. So I'm thinking something like this. Actually, no, I'm not. That doesn't appeal. All right. No, scrap that idea. I do like the 150 height, but we're going to have to make it smaller. So we have a 150 by 200, which is taller. We can do two 150s like this. And I think we put one. I know, I'm just trying to get a good picture of how they'll look. So one there, whack that window in there. And I'm trying to evenly space it because I put the bed in, it's going to make my life a little exciting. So I think it has to go about here. I know, so much easier if you do it before you put the furniture or anything else in. Okay, I think that has to go one along. No. I know you do this with a big budget. Yes, that's more even. Okay, now, so we're pretty much going to paint all of this, and then I'm thinking we might paper this side here, and maybe this side here. I don't know. I won't know if I like it till it's actually up there. So let's get it up there and see what we think once it's there. It's really overwhelming, isn't it? All that pattern. But we are going to break it up with furniture. So let's grab our walls, our wallpapers, and zippity-doo-dah down to where our budgie birds are. Okay. Oh, whoa. Yeah, we're not doing, I'm glad we're not doing the entire wall in it. I'm just not sure if that in and of itself isn't too much. All right, let's grab our paintbrush. And away we go. We'll get our paint up. We did We matched it fairly well. I probably should have left that part there white though, because this is quite a strong colour too. Don't forget down there. I know, we're just getting there slowly. We'll get there. Just work it out as we go. That's what we're doing. Okay, normally I don't have a window flush up against the wall, but that's okay. Today we do. Whoops, did not finish that can of paint. All right, that bit's done. That bit's not done over there. Right, that's done now. I'm trying to work out if I like it or not. It's kind of like that is a lot of detail to have for the eye to take in. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the furniture up first, and then we'll see. Just make sure I did under the windows, yeah. And then we'll see if it's still too much. Because a lot of the time, once you dilute something, it's not too bad. Okay, now I am going to have to not be lazy, and I am going to have to grab that bed and shovel it out of the way. Rightio. Let's get this bit done. Alrighty. See, I think that blue on its own would be overbearing as well. Let us grab the bed again. And we had it centered between these two windows, so try and get it that way again. Okay, like I said, it's still very blue and there's not a lot of contrast, and I have forgotten to turn the lights on, which is making it a little bit, light switch. Kind of essential. All right, light switches, we're going to stick with this. We might do light blue with a dark blue, light blue with a dark blue center. No, actually, no, I think we may stick with that white like that because it goes better with our birds. Turn these on. Okay, that works a lot better. Now we have to decide on the furniture and the. I know this is the hard part, the really hard part. So what we want, and I didn't really have a picture in my head of the bedroom when I started, which is either a mistake or is wonderful. It depends on your point of view. We're going to look at bedside cabinets, and we're just going to see what we've got that might appeal. So we want something kind of delicate, kind of metally, kind of going with the fairy tale theme. Let's see what we've got. So nothing there really piques my imagination for that. So when we can't go delicate metally, let's go in a deliberate contrast. Because we've got these birds, right? And the metal work. And now we've got the light blue and the suggestion of a sort of oriental kind of thing. Now I don't know if I like this yet. I'm thinking actually we needed to go timber. Actually, I'm really thinking we needed to go timber. All right, so that's one option. Yes, I have regrets. You can hear it. Alrighty, let's have a look at this one. Now, normally we've been doing cedar, and that would match up with the door quite nicely. Sorry, American elm, my bad. We could also, however, I don't really want to go to white wood. I want to actually have, there we go. Okay, pale bleach cedar surrounding a pale oak finish. And the handles, this white steel to go with the rest of the room. The ornament, what is the ornament? Well, let me see if I can, oh, that's the ornament. Okay, so the ornament will probably have to go, I like the contrast actually, that makes it obvious. No, let's go with the light brown. All right, I think what we've got is we've got this, and I think I prefer this to that. So let's do this and hope that there's a wardrobe that matches. I know that the room is overwhelmingly light now. Don't know what. Oh man, my color choices probably leave a lot to be desired. Let's go into here, grab this. We did. No, we didn't. Pale bleach cedar with pale oak on the drawers, white steel on the handles, and a brown ornament. And this is just to dull some of this blinding. Now I think I can also dull it down by taking out a couple of the lights too. Right now we've got an overwhelming number of lights in here. So let's there we go. Now it's not quite so in your face. And we'll grab that. And we're going to put it about halfway down the wall, about here. And we'll grab this one and we'll line that up so it's halfway. We probably really only need one light in here, but too bad. Right, now it's definitely not quite so. Grab your eyeballs and rip them out. And it looks almost good. The carpet is too light, so we're going to fix that right now before I forget. Although we could do that light carpet and put a rug on it, which we maybe will do that instead. All right, back into the furniture and into the bedroom, and we are now looking for wardrobes. I forget the name of that one. It's got a distinctive style though. Was it Fredless? Okay, so much for distinctive style. I do need to see it. Okay, it's a Booha. Let's see if there is a Booha wardrobe. Fredless will do if I can't find Booha. I don't think there's a Fredless. So it looks like we're going I don't think there's a Booha. So it looks like we're going to go Fredless. And we might start with that big thing there. And we might go with the pale bleach cedar. And then we want to go with the pale oak. And then the drawers are going to be pale oak as well. Yep. And then the handles, sorry, the ornament. What ornament? Let me just make it obvious for myself. Okay, that's the ornament. The ornament can be pale bleached, pale oak, no, bamboo, no, American elm. Okay, no, it's going to be pale bleached cedar just because I don't like any of the other options. Details. Where are the details? Let me see if I can see them. Okay, those are the details. Let's go with the white then. And we'll go space. Whoa, that thing is enormous, but it's pretty much what we wanted over here. Maybe. Excuse me for a minute. We could whack that. Okay, no, it's too big. And I had a thought of what I wanted in here. So we do want the Fredless. I just want something narrower. They have a massive dressing space in the other room. So why don't we do this instead? I forgot they have a massive dressing space. They don't actually need a big one here. But they do need a dressing table. So let's wait, does that cover the window? Yes, it does, because the window is in a poor position. Okay, so I'm going to grab that off the window. I want to use these as a frame, but maybe I'll change my mind in a minute. Right, then what I want is I want a dressing table. So maybe a dressing table. There's a Fredless nightstand, which I could have done with seeing earlier. Is there a Booha anything? No. All right, so let's grab this Fredless. And our pattern was this. Okay, that really is a nightstand. All right, that's irritating. I want. Oh, okay, now here we go. Threadless vanity table. I know, my eyes really are painted on. So I kind of wanted that in here. That bird is so disconcerting. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to compound my error by grabbing this decoration. Going plants, going large, going I really like this one, going dark blue, going tall, make it big, and we're going to stick it in the corner here, if it will fit. Yes, beautiful. And we're going to put another one over here. Right, just a little patch of greenery. Okay, now, there's not enough greenery over here, but I am thinking we're going to carry the... Okay, I did say I'd try and find a space for the calico bonsai tree. We are going to put these in. What I want to do now is get rid of that. We're going to make it smaller so that the bonsai tree can fit. All right, let's see if it's remembered. Booha, nightstand. All right, we don't want that. We actually want Booha nightstand 50 centimeter. It's smaller, and to be honest, they probably don't need a huge one. Handles, white steel, right. So what I'm going to try and do is we're going to pop this thing, because those curtains are a pain in the neck as well. I'm going to try and pop this thing about here. I'm trapped by the bonsai tree. Come here, you menace. And then we're going to see if we can put this bonsai tree. All right. Clearly, that would be a no. Furniture, pets, survival, decorations, plants, large. You know what? This might actually suit better. Let me have a look at this. No, I want a really tall one. Oh, my wishes. Wow. Because it matches the herons. Now, those herons are absolutely overpowering on this wall. So I'm going to dull them down with a different decoration. We're going to grab a picture. We're going to grab a painting. And I would like... That really contrasts with what they are, doesn't it? The Make cyber painting. I may actually put that up yet. Or this one. Let me just see what else there is that might be soothing in this room. Okay, it's too much detail. What I need is... That's close. So let's have a look at these cyber paintings. These came out with the Cyberpunk DLC. Yeah, and that's kind of more the contrast that we need. I know now it says I need something underneath. Actually, I know what we need. Living room, furniture, living room, shelves. Do you remember those bookcases that we found in the other room? Well, They had this hanging thing. Probary. It's either that or that. I'm not sure yet. Let me just have a look and see what that looks like. That'll do it. So like I said, the birds are overwhelming, but it all depends on what you put in. Now, what's going to go up there? I think we need another Frowberry. Everyone needs a space for their makeup. Okay, if they actually use it. Have I finished messing up the bedroom yet, you ask? Well, I'm getting there. It's blue. It's so freaking blue. Alrighty, we need light lamps by the tables. Now, in the other room, we use the little candle things. I'm kind of tempted. Table. To go back to them. Those are candles. They're kind of pretty. We have these though. That's kind of cute too. Okay, yeah, that'll do. That one there. Okay, and the last but not least, I need something on those shelves, and I'm thinking more plants are in order. So decorations, plants, small this time. Oh, and I need to put curtains, blinds in as well. Nothing too coochie, just something that sits pretty. I was actually thinking just these drapey little plants down here. Though they're not too bad an idea. You put them in a light blue planter and oh yeah, no. That's not that's a lot bigger than I imagined it in my mind's eye. Alright, so what we're gonna go is we're gonna go with this. And we're just gonna put when it decides it wants to play. Come on. Oh, maybe oh no. Okay, I want to set it further back. Let's see if it's gonna let me. It will. It just needs a little bit of coaxing. But it looks like I'm gonna have to sit it about here. There we go. Alright. Now we need our blinds in. Let's grab those. So we have this. We go windows. We go curtains and blinds. We zippity down to our very handy. I know, right? Now this is light. Okay, the teal is not going to cut it. So we either have this light blue that goes in here. Let me just have a look and see what it looks like. I think we might do this one actually. See, it just kind of blends. The other option, I know. The other option is this one. Okay, the dark blue wins. Just sometimes you need that extra contrast. I love the way they automatically resize. Now, why isn't that going in? Probably because this plant is interfering. You interfering plant, you. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. The interfering plant. All right. Let's assemble that. And we'll head on over this way and we'll assemble this one. right. It's not too bad for blue. I know I don't often play with a lot of color, but this is really, really challenging me. Okay, guys, this is our blue bedroom. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. And next episode, we might have a look at a guest, either a guest bedroom and bathroom, or possibly I think the parents need an office. So I think we have at least one room left to do and a bathroom area. But on that note, I am going to leave you. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe, and I will check you later. Take care out there.